was ghosted by a guy who owned a pizza place once. He said he was out for delivery, but he never came. And you know, the funniest thing about being ghosted by a British guy is it always goes something like this. I say laughter and you say laughter. I say after and you say, do you want to go to the afters, mate? Laughter, laughter, after. Let's call the whole thing off. I say hey and you say, I say, do you want to go for a drink? And you say, please just answer me. I beg you, I'll do anything. Let's call the whole thing off. But oh, if you call the whole thing off, then we must part. And oh, if we ever part, then I will literally kill myself. So if you ever text me, I'll answer real fast. My anxious attachment will never let this pass. For we know we need each other, so let's never call this whole thing off, please. Never call this whole thing off. So that's the reason I get ghosted every time. Thank you. You may be wondering why I have a Yankee-ass accent. It's because I'm from the worst country in the world. But despite that fact, I grew up with Soviet immigrant parents from Moldova. Anyone else from Moldova here? Bro, I think he probably thought I was saying Maldives, like, bro, it's a landlocked country in Eastern Europe, you know what I mean? It was really hard growing up in the US talking about mental health with my Soviet parents. Because every single time I tell my dad, Dad, I have anxiety, he goes, what is anxiety? When I was your age, I came to America with $20 in my pocket. And I'm like, bro, you probably should have just taken more money, like. You know what I mean? It's just like financially irresponsible, like. It's like kind of on you, bro, like the reason I have anxiety is because you came to this country with only $20, bro, like. I think all odds are against me as an American in general because of like the president and all that. I was in Mexico 2 months ago and I was in an Uber and the Uber driver was listening to the news in Spanish, obviously. And instead of having like Trump be dubbed by somebody who speaks Spanish, they AI generated Trump speaking Spanish. And it was literally like, yo estoy muy feliz. Porque los Estados Unidos, quite frankly, me gusta Donald Trump. It was like crazy, bro. Speaking of terrible men, I think that like, bro, like, right? You know about terrible men, bro. I'm gonna talk to you after the show, bro.